I get asked a lot, what can I do to make my guitar sound different? And my default answer is usually strings, but let's say you've tried a bunch of strings already and you're like, I'm looking to pull a little bit different tone, maybe some more clarity, maybe some more articulation. Well, the next thing you can do to change the tone of your guitar is to try out a different type of bridge pin. Usually guitars come with plastic bridge pins. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with these bridge pins, but as they age, the plastic softens, and the ball end of the string can start to work its way into the bridge plate, the wood of the bridge plate, thereby damaging the bridge plate. So oftentimes when I'm looking to upgrade or telling people to upgrade their bridge pins, I say choose a harder material. I prefer bone, but there's also some other options as well, such as ebony or even fossilized ivory. Now, the thing about changing bridge pins is that it's extremely easy, at least on the experimentation end. Go ahead and go online or to your local music store and grab a set of bone bridge pins or fossilized ivory bridge pins or even ebony bridge pins and just try them out the next time you change strings. Now, if you're a little foggy on how to change strings, don't worry. Go see the string changing video. Now, with the pins, here's what you may expect. The harder the material, generally the more articulate it's going to be. That's why I like bone. It's a very dense material, it's extremely hard, and it transmits vibration wonderfully and adds a little bit of shimmer to the strings. Bone bridge pins look like this. And they even sound good as you hold them in your hand. If you kind of listen, you get kind of this clicky sound. They sound good just by themselves. I mentioned the experimentation side of bridge pins. This is important because as you're experimenting with different materials, take note of what you like. Once you find ones that you like, I recommend getting unslotted pins made of that material that you chose, fitted to your guitar by your luthier. Okay? What I mean by that is, remember how I said that the plastic wears out and then the little ball ends of the string can start working into your bridge plate and ultimately damaging it? Well, if you have slotted pins, that can still happen. So I generally prefer unslotted pins, but the little caveat to that is they must be fit to your guitar and ultimately your bridge must be keyholed so that the pins fit properly and that the ball end sits nice and snug against the bridge plate. This is an intense procedure and I wouldn't recommend going about it by yourself. That's why I say once you find the material that you like, head on over to your luthier and have unslotted pins fit to your guitar and just be amazed at the sheer tonal awesomeness that will happen to your guitar. If you're about to do a little acoustic guitar maintenance, make sure you have the right tools before you get started. I've compiled a list of all the tools that I own and use, some of which are surprising little tricks that I've learned from my luthier friends. To get the list of my top 20 tools for DIY acoustic guitar maintenance, go ahead and click the link here in the video or in the description, enter your email, and I'll send it to you right away.